Drop the knife now.
What it is, guys? We'll BlastphamousHD to check out these ratchet he-hoes. Well, not he-hoes like dude chicks, but just crazy females. Now, if you guys want to watch the original video, the link will be in the description down below. Let's do this.
This next woman was so entitled, she thought she was completely above the law and could do whatever she wanted.
I don't want touching them.
30-year-old Karina was kicked off an aeroplane for attacking the employees. When the cops arrived, she fled to the airport bathroom. But what happens is nothing short of insane.
Are you okay? No, I'm being harassed and I'm very uncomfortable. I'm not okay. Okay, well.
That's the same thing Brandy always says.
What airline are you flying?
Well, at the end, I'm uncomfortable. I'm not. If I wouldn't get, I'm not gonna give you money and I don't give a shit.
Karina claims she's being harassed and was treated unfairly by the airplane staff.
Oh boy.
She says she wasn't aggressive at all, but she did politely get off the plane because she didn't want to make a scene.
Oh boy.
The cops spend the next few minutes trying to convince Karina that if she's nice enough, she might be able to reason with the airline and get her seat back on the plane. This at least gets her out of the stall, but she starts to be less cooperative when the cops start to ask her this question.
Did you have anything to drink today? Is that against the law? No, that's
Do I need a lawyer?
No.
I'm gonna call a lawyer.
For what?
Before I answer any more questions, I'm gonna call a lawyer.
Did you have anything to eat today?
I'm gonna call a lawyer. Before I
Do you have
answer
anything to
any
eat?
questions, I'm gonna call a lawyer.
Did you have anything to eat today?
I'm gonna call a lawyer.
Have you eaten today?
Talk to my lawyer about it.
Okay. You haven't had anything to eat today?
Talk to my lawyer.
You take medication?
Talk to my lawyer.
Ooh. Are you flying?
Talk to my lawyer.
Are you going to Georgia?
Talk to my lawyer.
Atlanta?
Talk to my lawyer.
Okay.
Her slurred speech and extremely awkward state of mind basically answer this question for us. So the cops decide to speed things up and put her in cuffs. Karina is then walked out to a patrol car, but before they can even get there, her attitude goes from bad to worse, and she starts to become violent.
I really don't feel comfortable with him touching me. I'm standing right now. No, I don't want him touching me. I literally, he's on a power plane mode. I don't want him touching me.
Oh, there it is. Oh, no, guys, you gotta make her comfortable. She's not comfortable. You gotta make her more comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable with him.
Yeah, you gotta, all you gotta do is adhere to
No,
her
I don't want you
terroristic
touching
demands.
me.
Hey, Karina, we promise to be good. We'll let you stand back up.
How'd you cut
But
her
I know
down,
you
bitch?
say that you're not going to kick my officers, okay?
Yes, Daddy, I promise. Daddy, I'll be a good girl.
Hey, keep talking like that, you're gonna get pregnant. Alright, don't.
All right, Karina, can you walk for us?
No.
I don't want him touching me. I said I don't want him touching me.
What don't you understand?
What don't
I
you
don't want to
understand?
Do not kick the officer.
Do not kick an officer.
Okay, so I have female officers that twerk me like I asked. That's a simple
Do not
thing.
kick an officer.
Okay, I don't want him touching me.
Do you understand?
No, he touched me inappropriately.
Do you understand?
No, he touched me.
Is she here?
Call my lawyer.
Even getting Karina into a patrol vehicle seems to be a massive task for the officers as she continues to not cooperate.
No, give me my phone.
You get your phone when you get
I
there.
just I'm going to hold
Step
it.
into the car.
Do not.
Call my dad.
Karina was eventually brought back to the station where her prints were taken and her charges read. She was hit with assaulting a public servant, public intoxication, and resisting arrest, and will likely be spending at least the night in jail to sleep the alcohol off. Karina's lawyer never showed up, and the same goes for the next case, but unfortunately for the suspect, somebody much, much worse showed up.
You know what you've done with your word, Jim.
On February 21st, 2022, police pulled over a Tesla after receiving a reckless driving report, but it was clear the driver had no intention of sticking around to get their ticket.
Hey! Oh, she out. She rolling. Oh, butterfly doors go up. Oh, 12 bitches in my room like I'm John Moran. Fucking once. Send her back. We got hoes like Marines.
The Tesla decides to pull over at this stop sign instead. The driver then starts to talk with the officer, but it's clear she's more than a little confused.
Hold that! Stay in the vehicle! Right here.
This is already one of the strangest traffic stops this officer will have ever made, and it's only about
You're
to get weirder.
tripping.
11, she's refusing to comply. Get out of the vehicle.
You got me. God, bro. I own this.
Actively resisting. Get out of the. Get out of the vehicle.
Yeah, it only works for white people. There you go. Let them know. Let them know, girl.
5111, I'm in pursuit.
Yeah.
We're stopped again. Turn off the vehicle. Sheriff's office.
Stop me over.
Oh my God, Dad! They're arresting
Stop
me!
resisting.
No, dude! What are you doing?
Don't fucking resist.
What are you doing, dude? You didn't even know me. Dad, they're arresting me! Dad! They had me on the floor! Dad! I don't know what I did! What am I doing?
Footage like this can often feel distressing until you realize it's caused by nothing other than the suspect's own incompetence. This girl intentionally ignored order after order from the officer and fled the scene multiple times. If she doesn't know what she did wrong, that's entirely her fault. Maybe that's the reason she's screaming for her father so much, something she continues to do long after being detained.
No, this is what happens when you flee and then you kick me.
I didn't
Zero
flee.
accountability.
So those lights and sirens mean nothing?
I'm a
just
girl. You know my actions don't hold weight.
Own the island.
What the fuck is the consequence?
Call my father.
I'm
What
not
the hell
calling
are
your
these
dad.
consequences
Then
you
what are
guys
you
keep
doing?
talking about? I don't know what
I'm
this stuff
24.
is.
Okay, 24,
I'm not
we don't need to call
accountable
your
for
dad.
what
You
I
could have
do.
killed someone.
Yes, you
No,
I could
if
have killed
they
you
would have
too,
died.
but you're alive, right?
Something is clearly very wrong with this girl. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, or simply an incredibly corrupt worldview, the cops aren't sure, but they're bent on finding out.
What?
I've got vagina. The things I do that are bad aren't supposed to come back on me.
You ran from me.
You ran. Two,
Ran from what?
him. How much? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask you any questions. All right, you got her. I'm gonna go ahead and pat her down.
Yeah.
Please call my dad.
No, listen.
No, I need my dad here before you do
Yeah,
anything.
show your pussy, bitch.
That's not how this works. You're 24 years old.
Oh, is he 24? Yeah,
Do
definitely
you
show
want
your
to
pussy, bitch.
participate in standard field sobriety exercises to dispel my belief that you're driving under the influence?
Look, if you will come back into this alley with me, play this really quick mouth-based video game, really quick. Yeah,
All
I
the
mean,
signs are pointing to a break in this girl's sobriety streak. She's confused, distressed, and almost delirious. Just take a look at her expression and behavior as the cop tries to explain how horribly she's been acting.
Ma'am, the amount of lives that you just put at risk is ridiculous. Okay? I have no sympathy for you right now. You could have easily killed someone. There are little kids that live in this neighborhood. The fact that you would run from me.
Walk up on him like that again.
You do not know how lucky you are you didn't kill someone.
That's how you got your empathy, right?
All right, I don't know if we can do it, but she's resisting.
Yeah, no. Dad!
Despite briefly turning into a zombie, she's still able to yell for her father, who miraculously has now decided to turn up. But before they're able to talk to him, they want to secure the girl in their patrol vehicle. A task that turned out to be much harder than they expected.
You being held accountable, bitch.
Get in.
Dun, dun, dun. Yep, up. Yep. Yeah, I got my ass whooped for this. Please don't try to whoop my.
We got resisting and violence.
You didn't tell me why you're putting me in the car.
Because you were going to jail.
Why?
Jesus Christ. Are you going to calm down if you talk to your dad?
Imagine trying to have sex with one of these people. It's really, I mean, it's not like this.
She's obviously
Unless
not going down
they-
easy, so
they
the cops
pay money.
decide to finally let her talk to her dad to calm her
If they
down.
pay the money,
but
then
things
it's
went
like
down
that,
totally
but-
differently to what they expected.
But why are they?
You have to shut the fuck up and go to jail.
And now the way you've acted, you've gotten yourself in a deep hole, and they're going to take
You want to be out here acting like a drunk, strong, black, independent black woman.
There's nothing I can do.
No accountability. You are the sovereign citizen built bitches right now. This is what you're going to get.
But you can't start.
You are way too white for this. I need you to calm down, baby. You're scaring the other white people. Bitch, you're scaring the white people. Alright? Which ain't a good look. We already white. Shut the fuck up.
Why am I going to jail?
You ran stop signs.
Where was this speed? Well, do they know?
Often these rich entitled kids are the way they are because of their irresponsible parents. But with a father that acts like this, it's difficult to imagine how she ended up this way. Either way, after a conversation with her father, the girl calmed down and was taken to jail, where she was slapped with charges for DUI, reckless driving, fleeing police, and resisting arrest with violence. There seems to be a common trait of these entitled girls driving drunk, because that's exactly what this next girl got caught doing. But she did a much worse job of hiding it.
Stop screaming.
They tell him to give me my phone. You know who the I am. We have dealt with this shit. Give me my phone.
Stop screaming, ma'am.
Okay, well tell him to stop with me. Leave me alone. I hear your dog. I know who the you are.
Okay, well,
trust me.
Who am I then?
Then I've dealt with you and your partner when you dealt with.
Screaming right
okay, then tell him to leave me the alone.
This girl was approached by a bar owner after he spotted her trying to drive away after drinking far too much. As you can tell, she was not too happy with this and started to get extremely angry with the owner, who proceeded to call the cops.
You're not going to drive?
So who's going to drive me?
I don't know. You need to get an Uber or something like that.
You want to follow? You're not going to drive. I'm not drunk at all. Do you want to follow me home?
No, I can smell the alcohol coming on.
Why don't you follow me home? We've already dealt with each other before. Just follow me home.
Well, you're under the influence, and we're not going to follow you home. You need to find a ride.
This is ridiculous, dude. This is so hilarious. No, I'm going to get my phone. I'm trying to get my phone.
You just about fell into me.
No, I didn't. I'm going to get my phone.
Okay.
Is that okay? Or are you going to shoot me? Are you going to shoot me?
Your keys aren't in there. Okay.
My keys are not in there. Are you going to shoot me?
Now, just for reference, I am not staring directly into her titty meat. And if you see my eyes looking that way, that's you doing that damage. That's you with the nasty mind, with the dirty thoughts. I am professional, and it is not exactly what it looks like it is, because it's not that, and zero accountability, and other stuff.
Can I get my phone on that shit?
Put your hand behind your back.
Behind my back for what?
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Persistent.
Arrest me. You tried to arrest me.
Back around, right back around, into the titty. Right back around.
Please arrest me.
This girl went down much easier, but continued to kick off after being put in cuffs.
That's good.
Have a seat in there. Have a seat.
Come on, titty.
No.
Right now, you're under arrest. Fall out. Titty fall out now.
Hey,
get in the car.
We're going to use our mind powers to hopefully get a titty to fall out.
If you get in the car, you can tell him.
We're going to edit this out.
Stay over there. Okay.
That way you guys don't see that I'm doing come on, titty.
Watch your feet in.
No, not until I know when I can get.
Come on,
not
titty.
until I know when I can get my shit done. I don't care.
After being taken back to the station, the girl was charged with disorderly conduct and taken to court, where she pleaded guilty. She was fined $100 for the trouble she caused. At least she didn't end up becoming violent, though. A stark contrast to the actions of this girl from Georgia. At around 4 a.m. on the 11th of August, 2021, 3 officers were called to an apartment complex on a disturbance call. When they arrived, they found 3 women outside. Things started to escalate quickly.
Girl, don't play with me. Fuck wrong with you, girl. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
It's 4 o'clock in
the morning. Girl, bitch, I don't care. Bitch, I don't care. It don't matter about no going back and forth. She's grown as fuck.
Okay,
fuck wrong with you, yeah. Man, girl, I don't, man, sir, don't tell me what I do. Don't tell me, sir,
yes, I'm telling you
what I do.
Because right now,
sir,
I'm telling you what to do.
Sir, I'm not locked up and I'm not doing nothing illegal. Don't tell me what to do. No, what I'm doing. I'm doing.
You are being disorderly right now.
Baby, I'm not being illegal. The same man that's coming. No, baby, no, I'm not.
All right, well, then come stand by this car.
Because you're not finna
want me to know this.
Shut up, nigga. Don't put your hand in my face, nigga.
No,
Come stand right there.
I don't have to
Come
sit down.
sit right here.
I don't have to sit down. This is my right, baby. This is my right. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You cannot yell at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, baby. Okay, I don't have to
yell at
raise.
4 o'clock in
Okay,
the
I don't have to raise at 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't tell me what to do.
I can tell you what to do.
No, you
Yes, I
cannot.
can.
No,
Yes,
you
I
cannot.
can.
No, you cannot. I called you. Baby, you cannot tell me what to do.
This girl seems to be unaware of the fact that, at least when you're breaking the law, the cops are completely allowed to tell you what to do. If she doesn't realize this quickly, she might end up in a bad situation.
Stop acting like you can do something.
I can. I can.
Girl, please.
You cannot. You cannot.
I eat girls like you for breakfast.
You cannot. Stop acting like you can do something.
I eat girls like you for breakfast.
Yeah, keep that.
You look like you trying to do something to me.
And I'm going to record.
And I'm recording you.
You look like you trying to do something to me. See, look at you. Mine in the gutter. Out here flirting with me and stuff.
You need to relax.
I don't need to record, baby, nothing. But you keep telling me I need to relax. Relax off of what? Relax off of what?
You way too classy to be talking like that, yo.
You're yelling at me. It's 4 in the morning and you're drunk. Yes, it does matter.
Well, okay, wait, do the blow test, make me walk, and do everything else. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You called up a response. That doesn't matter. It doesn't, and I'm recording this right now. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter.
You're acting very
No,
irrational.
it
Stop
doesn't.
talking for a second.
Okay,
Yo,
She's trying to
stop talking so much.
that's what she's trying to do.
Stop talking. I might let.
Like, why are you talking to the officers like they came out to save you?
There's obviously been a disagreement with the 2 other girls at the house, but they're completely fine with sending her on her way and letting her sleep this off. But for some reason, this girl just wants to keep pushing buttons and making things worse.
Yeah, that's what it is. Always.
You have my money. Make sure you have my money. Okay, I'm walking off your premises. I'm walking off your premises. No, I'm going to jail for what? For disorderly conduct. Make sure I'm not swinging at you. Make sure you have my phone. Make sure you have my phone. Make sure you have my phone. And I'm walking to the car. Man, I'm walking to your car. I'm walking to your car. I'm walking to your car. Don't fucking set me up. Don't fucking set me up, bitch. You want to jail? I want you, you dumbass, bitch. Fuck wrong with you,
nigga, you acting like you from 63rd or some shit, yo. You being weird. Nigga, shut up.
Stop jacking me, hoe.
Nigga,
stop jacking me,
shut your ass up. Ain't nobody trying to touch your little ass.
Man, hoe ass, hoe.
Nigga, don't make me come down there. Hey, don't make me come down there. Hey, don't make me come down there.
Man, what's up?
Nigga. Yo, be quiet. There you go.
As you'd expect, the girl went straight to jail after this, where she was charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct and 1 count of felony obstruction. But none of these girls so far have done much else than cause a scene or drive while drunk. But that's all about to change with the case of Courtney Clenney, a woman so delusional, she ended up murdering her own boyfriend. On the 3rd of April 2022, Miami police received a terrifying phone call.
I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm. Oh, my boyfriend is dying of a stab. Ma'am, what is the address? 134 Northeast 7th Ave. Baby, I'm so sorry.
27-year-old Christian Toby Abumseli was bleeding out in his girlfriend's lap with a brutal stab wound to the chest. When police arrived, pools of blood were found all over the apartment, and Toby was barely clinging to life. OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney had met Toby back in 2020. The two seemed to be deeply in love, but behind closed doors, things were completely different.
Yeah, there you go.
The couple were known to have violent fights, and the police were even called multiple times to their apartment. But their biggest argument would take place in April of 2022 and result in Toby bleeding out and begging for his life. Courtney told police she had nothing to do with it, but police thought differently. So she was brought in for questioning, and a 5-hour-long interrogation began.
My apologies for
why'd you kill him?
Covered in blood.
He caught you doing some shit, and you stabbed his ass to win the argument when he threw it in your face.
Things happen, and you can't control it.
I told you it's just my friend.
How long have you been together?
About 2 years.
About 2 years.
A year and a half to 2 years, yeah. Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing
Bitch, is you naked?
X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
The detectives tell Courtney that Toby is in the hospital, but alive. Detectives are usually unaware of how a suspect will react to certain information, so it's often safest to open by easing any worries they may have and talking in a non-accusatory manner. This makes the suspect feel more relaxed and more likely to open up.
Had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and then started to an argument, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I
overreacted.
Or not overreacted necessarily.
He was yelling at you for cheating on him, and she got mad, stabbed him.
Do you guys work here in Miami, or do you guys have your own business?
I do social media, so I'm an influencer, I guess is what calls, yes, I'm an influencer.
What do you focus on, like Instagram or social media?
Instagram, LinkedIn.
And what is it that he does?
Stocks and crypto.
Stocks and crypto.
He just has stocks and lots of crypto. We were gonna move into a house.
Yeah, she was gonna make him buy her a house.
Have an apartment, and then we were like, maybe just move here for a year.
Yeah.
And then once we got here, we were like, no, this is dope.
Yeah.
So we have the dog picked out. It's golden retriever. We're gonna name Mello. So we're gonna get a house. So we can have a backyard. Because I have 2 dogs, and then we're gonna have 3. So we're planning on staying here for a while.
You weren't crying when you stabbed him, bitch.
Once again, you don't have to apologize.
The detectives can tell Courtney is in a vulnerable state, but at the end of the day, they're there to solve a crime. Courtney's being investigated for stabbing Toby, and the only defense she's given so far is that there was an argument and things got out of hand. If Courtney did in fact do what she's being accused of, being forced to think about her past and future with Toby would really be messing with her emotions, causing her to become more vulnerable and hopefully lead to an easy confession.
Let's start from the start. You guys are supposed to take out your dogs to the park, right? And then what happens after that?
Like I said, a little bit before.
He started. They got into an argument.
Doing laundry. And tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time. And then he left. I guess he went to go bike over there. That's just what he said. I don't know if he walked or biked, but he told me he's gonna bike first. Like
a bicycle?
Yeah. Okay. And then he came back with a Subway sandwich, and I said something about oh, are you gonna reshare your location with me? Did you unshare it? And he said, yeah, I unshared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough. Reshare it. And then he told, it kind of turned into a little argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately.
Yeah, you didn't do it because you are. You're cheating. He asked me about it again. And I didn't know what I was thinking. You got mad, and I just said something. But I just said something about, what if I'm somewhere and you don't have to be?
Which I wouldn't have been.
Yeah, you would have. I love him. But maybe you don't want to know what. Oh my God! See, she let him know she is cheating on him.
Maybe they'll just hurt him because he was pressing me.
He was pressing you, yeah.
And
he ended up
pinning me against the wall. I said
confirming that you were cheating.
On the floor. It's just they were looking at my neck, and I was like, I'm not saying choking you whatever. But he had my neck, and this happened twice before.
Yeah, it's happened to you twice before because you keep doing this to dudes who you date.
I don't think that he is trying to kill me.
Yeah,
but
you
I was
knew he
scared.
wasn't trying to kill you.
And all 3 times
you weren't scared. You knew he wasn't trying to kill you. You weren't scared.
Get my mom on the phone. So this happened over.
You wanted to win the argument. He proved that you were cheating on him, and he was physically overpowering you, and it pissed you off. So you stabbed him.
And then he just
open and shut case, Johnson. I ain't even gotta be Batman to figure this shit out, nigga.
I grabbed one of these knives.
You grabbed one of these knives.
I grabbed one of them. And I was like, I swear.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's swear to God. What you about to lie about, bitch? Tell the lie, bitch. It was an accident.
I would be like, don't come anywhere closer to me.
You lying bitch.
Because, earlier,
don't lie.
having 2 other times I couldn't.
That's a lie. Don't lie.
I
That's
couldn't
a lie.
breathe, and it's very scary.
It's all
And
a
I
lie.
just think, like, just like this kind of thing where I was saying, like, do you know if he's okay?
No. Yeah.
If you like, if he's choking me,
Keep confessing.
and he's
Keep
angry
confessing.
enough, he might like. Or, I mean, this is different, I think. But if
Uh-huh.
he's like choking me or like pinning me or something, and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab my knife and I said, "Don't come anywhere closer to me." I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom, and he's coming at me like he's gonna grab either the phone or like the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer.
You're going to jail for the rest of your goddamn life.
And I meant for it to go.
How far away was
Dumbass!
Well, I was by my fridge. And
You
he
ain't
was,
had to stab him. You did not have to stab him. He was not gonna hurt you. He was a simp.
I'm trying to think in my
That
head.
nigga was a
To
defenseless,
recap,
stockbroken
Courtney says
simp.
that an
He
argument
wasn't gonna
started
hurt
when the
you,
pair
bitch.
had both stopped sharing their phone locations that resulted in him pinning her against the floor and her retaliating by throwing a kitchen knife across the room, piercing him in the chest. Courtney also clearly states that her attack was in self-defense and specifically involved her throwing a knife 10 feet across the apartment that landed perfectly in his chest, causing him to bleed out and fear for his life.
So then you were by
And I
the
got
fridge and
scared.
he was by the couch?
Yes, I was between. He was
And then
behind my island.
It's in there.
What kind of movements did he make?
Wow, throw it up in the air.
At the moment.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Well, charging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands or?
Doing it had his hands up. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Was that at the moment that
Oh,
he was
that good
charging
pussy
you,
going to
or
waste.
earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me.
Bitch, you like to get
it was
choked. Don't
before he
lie.
choked me.
But only by aggressive black guys.
But I swear to God, I was scared. I mean, after like what I was scared.
You
I was
admitted
like,
and
oh, my God,
said
this is still happening.
You said
I was scared.
he would not have
So
hurt
you told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall.
Okay.
I started trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And then he put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground.
When I'm trying to remember like a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy and whatever, it's like write down like all the details so you don't forget. Just like write it all out clearly.
Your life is over,
it makes
bro.
sense to you and
All
makes sense
that
to
titty
somebody
gone to waste.
But I haven't had a chance
That's
to have
good
that
titty
space
right there.
to like write down exactly
That
what
shit
happened.
complete and
And I haven't
agreeable
even
right now,
fully
yo.
thought about it.
That's
So honestly,
great
my answer
titty.
is I don't remember.
Titty over.
You guys have
Titty
a
done.
history of violence?
Yeah.
You say you've been together how long, sorry?
Almost
2 years.
Almost 2
year and
years.
a half, 2 years.
Yep.
So how many incidents you think you've had?
About 7.
I don't know.
About 7?
But we
I'm
shouldn't
guessing.
be together.
Have you made a report
7.
before?
No.
You've never
Yeah,
made a
she's
report?
not making a report because he's not
Oh,
abusive.
I did in
She's
Dallas,
the
actually,
abusive one.
About a year ago.
She beats him
and he would-
because he's soft.
He had pushed me.
But he got money. He had pushed me in the lobby.
But it wasn't like a big deal.
Oh, I bet it wasn't.
Deal.
The couple had also been involved in another incident in Las Vegas less than a year earlier. Police were called to their apartment after a loud argument was heard, as well as glasses smashing on the floor and walls. The apartment was trashed when police arrived, and Courtney's story was all over the place.
Why did you call for help?
Because we were getting really loud. And I was like, oh my God, we're gonna like do damage to the room or something. Not damage to each other. Like I really want to like.
Why would you
highlight
think
that.
Why would you think that you were gonna do damage to the room?
I like throwing something or like.
You like throwing something. Oh, okay. That no way it's her fault. That's not
Did
her.
you throw something?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody throw anything?
No.
So why would you think that there is damage to the room to be made?
Because I've done that before in our house.
Oh.
What have you done?
What have you done before? Yeah, thrown stuff.
Plate.
Did you
Break
throw a
stuff.
glass or a plate at him today?
You did.
No.
Yes, you did.
So if
No,
I
this was before.
Okay, so
yeah, through the knife.
when I go to the room and I see a broken
Shit,
glass
this
on the
bitch
floor, where did
throw a knife like the whole Boone. She throw a knife like Batman throw a batarang. Apparently, and just like.
Was there?
Yeah.
Maybe I did. Well, I'm guessing that I threw a glass, but that sounds like me. So.
Courtney was brought to jail and held for 12 hours overnight, but Toby refused to press charges and advocated heavily for release. This may seem like nothing, but police did conclude that Courtney had attacked him that night by throwing a glass at his head. If nothing else, it proves that Courtney was capable of attacking Toby unprovoked and opens up an entirely new avenue for this investigation. However, it also turns out that police had been in contact with the couple more recently. In fact, they'd actually been called by security to their apartment the day before the attack.
She beats him.
But the cops have been up there.
He lets her do it. It's not all her fault. He lets her do it. Why you letting the? Why the fuck you letting the female beat on you, bro? The fuck?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They harassed
Ain't no pinata out this bitch.
Not the police, but security guards from.
You better let a female know, bro. Yeah, you better let these hoes know, bro. No reason. Look, nigga, I ain't nobody's victim, bro. You know what I mean? All that's gonna get is you're gonna have to get out. The only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get out.
Cops were called, however, and captured an entire exchange on body cams, providing a stark contrast to the story that Courtney gave here.
What substance a female on?
I didn't. Nobody.
I call. You call.
Damn, she got some good ass titties.
Hold on, man. Let him talk.
Damn.
Okay. Let him talk. Okay. The front desk personnel, she informed us that Miss Courtney, her boyfriend, was trying to get into the elevator, and she had her hand out like this, and she was like, "Oh no, don't come inside the elevator." Okay. So we asked her. I said, "Do you want him to leave the property?" She said no. She don't want him to.
I did not say that. I said yes.
Hold on.
Courtney, what's going on? What do you need? What?
Yeah, you broke up with him to piss him off because you got a bunch of other dudes. Yeah, you want a restraining order so that he'll. Yeah.
Can I do that?
You have to go to court. You have to go to downtown.
I'm gonna make myself first.
Courtney is obviously extremely panicked in this footage and seems less concerned about any possible that she may have been sustaining and more worried about getting a restraining order before Toby can. It's also important to note that the building's security noticed her pushing Toby out of the elevator and screaming at him and mentioned absolutely no aggression coming from him. As the evidence mounts up, it's starting to get increasingly more likely that Courtney's whole self-defense story might be straying slightly away from the truth.
Oh my God, a woman lying?
As is almost always the case in situations like these, everything is still hearsay, and officially debunking her claims is going to be a challenge for the detectives. But after leaving her alone for almost an hour and letting her change clothes, they return to the interrogation room with some more news for her.
So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yes.
You know?
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah.
And I've been asking so much.
That's what we're waiting for. Okay.
I mean, I feel like at the end, I mean, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well, so they're checking to see what's going on. Because they're
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
No matter what.
I mean, I clearly we can't be together.
No matter what happens, no matter where this falls, right, it's
if he lives,
out of control.
She would be back with him within 3-4 days. And he would probably get stabbed a month later. Probably less.
Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hey, you got a body. Chris Brown does it.
This is not real, right?
Said caught a body. You caught a body, bitch. Hey, look at that. You initiated the game, you stupid bitch. Yes, you killed him.
Can I
won.
Have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
You won the fight. I'll hug you. Shit, take your clothes. You can take your clothes off if you like.
No,
I'll hug the fuck out of you. Yeah. Stay right there. You can hug my pelvis. I'll stand. You can hug me like that. Yep.
I need to.
Hey, look, keep it real, baby girl. You got like 10 minutes before you go to jail for life. We're gonna have sex right now. Right now. And I am using a condom.
That's not true. That's not
exactly what happened. But look, you know what's also true? Huh? The timer on this dick. Now you got 10 minutes to sit on this dick before you ain't gonna get dick in a long time, bitch.
What I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Oh, God will help.
Like,
God's coming.
Far away.
He's on his way. God will be here in 10 minutes, bitch. Now, again, about sucking this dick. Now, actually, I would much rather the sex. Because she gonna go to jail. The sex gonna be great. You know what I mean? Last 10 minutes of dick ever? Bro, she gonna throw everything onto there.
It's easy to tell by the detectives' reactions that they're fairly convinced what happened was indeed self-defense.
It was not
In
what?
fact, one of them was even talking earlier about how he's sure she'd be allowed home that night and that everything was going to be fine.
What?
So it obviously wasn't hard for her lawyer to convince them officially that she wasn't guilty and she was let off without any charges. But remember, the detectives weren't aware of any of the evidence mentioned so far. All they know is what Courtney told them. So as time went on, evidence started to mount up, and the Abumseli's case was starting to become stronger and stronger. The body cam videos started to become publicly available, and the true nature of her previous arrests came to light. There were also unflattering videos such as this one showing her drunk in public just days after her release.
Yeah, and are seeking justice.
Anything, sir?
Yeah,
What?
let's all videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just know her boyfriend.
I'll still pipe.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I'll still pipe.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, but chick like that, bro, you pipe, kick her out your room immediately. Don't let her sleep in the room with you.
Sure, people make mistakes and drink too much.
No.
But when you're seen acting like this in public just days after bawling your eyes out in an interrogation room,
you don't
exactly get painted in the best light. Just days later, footage secretly recorded by Toby was found on his phone displaying Courtney violently screaming at him, using aggressive language, hitting him across the face.
How do I know this and none of them know this?
You literally talked to her without telling me!
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said, hi, you and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a
Yeah, she beats him.
Yes, thank you. Coming from thank you.
Yeah, she keeps beating him. Yeah.
So due to this and many other accounts stating that Courtney was well and truly the one, she was officially taken to court by Toby's family. This is where the final nail in the coffin was delivered by a medical examiner who'd observed Toby's body and come to a conclusion.
Now, based on the information you received that the defendant was alleged to have thrown this knife, do your observations support that?
No!
The person who supposedly did this is an expert knife thrower, and the knife is the type of knife that you can throw. I guess that could have happened.
Did you receive any information that the defendant was a knife thrower?
No.
So based on that fact that you did not receive that information, would it support that?
No.
And what would you expect to see a knife do if someone just flung it at somebody?
It would just hit the body and bounce off.
Now, as a result of this case, did you come to
I've been stabbed before, twice.
Cause, or did you make a determination as to the cause and manner of death?
Yes.
Could you please explain those to the court?
The cause of death was stab wound of right subclavian artery. The manner of death was homicide.
As of April 2023, Courtney is currently awaiting what's become one of the most anticipated trials in modern history. She faces life in prison on account of second-degree murder with all of the evidence stacked against her. It's not looking good for her as we prepare to see if she'll be spending the rest of her life behind bars. But this next case of Brandy McGowan is arguably even more shocking. On the 30th of March 2022, police were called on Brandy after she was seen threatening people with a brick in a Florida Walmart. At some point, she decided the brick wasn't good enough and stole a pocket knife to wield instead. When an officer arrived, he found Brandy holding the knife. The cop was armed with his service weapon, but Brandy refused to drop hers.
Damn.
Drop the knife now! Drop it.
Man, shoot this bitch in the kneecap.
Drop the knife.
I'll shoot that hole in the leg.
Drop the knife. Drop it now.
Brandy seemed blissfully unaware that the officer is pointing a gun directly at her and has a taser in broad view on his utility belt. In these circumstances, he is well within his rights to use it to subdue and disarm her if he feels as though she's a danger to him and the civilians around him. Clearly, she doesn't understand that, as she stands her ground and continues to threaten people with her weapon.
Put it down. Drop it. Drop the knife.
Hey, don't you make me come down there. That's
Put it
a
down.
bad woman.
Put the knife down. Put the knife down.
At this point, backup arrives on the scene and takes the attention off the first cop for a moment, giving him the opportunity to holster his weapon and switch to the taser. In this situation, it's obviously much more preferable for the cop to use non-lethal force, but it's dangerous to lower his weapon while in a one-on-one standoff. The arrival of the other officers gives the perfect relief for him to switch to and deploy the taser.
Drop the knife now. Drop the knife.
Tase that bitch again. Right in her boot, right in her butt cheeks. Fuck no, ain't nobody kidnapping yo.
You got it?
Ass.
The taser does a perfect job of disarming Brandy and allowing the cops to put her in cuffs and detain her. After the Walmart interaction, she was taken to a local hospital for evaluation, where it was discovered she was, somewhat predictably, high on meth and had apparently ingested over 4 grams of the stuff before entering the store to cause her chaos. Back at the police station, it was also discovered that Brandy had a lengthy criminal record, with charges including burglary, kidnapping, and battery. For this incident, she was hit with another charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, carrying a sentence of up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. If this doesn't convince you not to take drugs, nothing will. But unlike every other case, Sarah Boone was facing a murder charge, who was accused of killing her husband Jorge by locking him in a suitcase and leaving him to die. Sarah was quickly brought in for interrogation to determine if she was really as evil as they think.
So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. You could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from. In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is.
Yesterday, when we took photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs, did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
absolutely
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
It seems like an odd request to ask if they can swab underneath Sarah's fingernails, but it could actually go a long way in determining how Jorge got these injuries. Since the injuries were fresh, it's a strong possibility that forensics could find dried blood or skin cells underneath Sarah's fingernails, which would put her dead to rights. But unfortunately for Sarah, they have some other evidence that took a lot less effort to find.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, you locked him in the case and you tortured him.
Fuck you.
And that's you, your voice.
Stupid.
Yeah, masculine.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Man, I'm looking for one of these. Oh boy.
The video showed Jorge in the suitcase begging to be let out while Sarah taunted him from the outside. The police couldn't have asked for a better piece of evidence, especially as it came directly from Sarah's own phone.
So this is upside down.
Down with the patriarchy.
For him to have gotten into it,
it was flipped up.
It was,
right.
yeah.
It was flipped up normal.
Yes.
As if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
Sarah is obviously trying to maintain her innocence by telling the detectives that the video is distressing to her. But does that really sound like a woman who's being shown a video of her husband dying? While everybody will have a different reaction to trauma, it's difficult to imagine her reaction is a single deadpan sentence that sounds like it was delivered only to show some amount of concern to the cops.
I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me. Like,
no, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what...
You know what's on that video now?
Photoshop.
You remember making that video?
It was photoshopped.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Because it would be holding her accountable.
But you weren't drunk.
No.
Sarah is desperately trying to explain this video away, but in doing so, essentially admits that it is her recording and that she left him alone in the suitcase afterwards. Given that Jorge died from her neglect, this at least constitutes a manslaughter charge. But she's really not doing the best job of convincing the detectives that this was an accident.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not giving it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the suitcase.
What was your plan?
Waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him? Maybe I shouldn't?
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just...
We're asking.
It's the drinking.
Sarah spends almost 2 hours in total desperately trying to manipulate the detectives and explain away the damning evidence the detectives have shown her. But ultimately, the detectives remain completely unfazed, and they decide that they've heard enough.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up.
Why is this happening?
Because
you
George
killed
is
a man.
dead.
Not intentionally.
Look at the bright side. You won.
He's still dead.
You won the argument.
Well, we don't
Someone needs to call
you got
Ryan,
him.
please.
No.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You got him.
You'll be able to make a phone call.
You proved to him that you were better than him. You listen to me. I'll punish you.
Your response to everything was...
Didn't do it.
Basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
Doesn't matter. He's still dead.
Sarah was charged with second-degree murder and is facing life in prison. As of this video's upload, the trial is still ongoing. The suspect's public outburst takes place on a plane ready for takeoff. Prior to the footage, she's been asked to leave multiple times due to her refusal to wear a mask during the pandemic.
Hello.
We're going to take you off the aircraft.
Yep, you're going to have to get off the aircraft,
Yeah,
okay?
and you're out there,
Yep.
and I compliment you in that way.
She's a representative of the aircraft. They don't want you flying on their plane today, okay? So you're going to have to get off the
They
aircraft.
made us wait and wait and wait.
Yeah, that's the way it is, but right now I'm going to
And
need you...
that's fine, and I will respect that.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to grab your bag and just
And I
step
did
off
not
the
do
aircraft.
anything, actually.
We'll talk about it outside.
Disruptive, besides speak my mind.
Okay.
And you know what? I live in America, and that's what fucking America's about.
Calm down.
No, you know
Listen
that.
to me. Grab
no,
your bag.
You know that.
When she's asked to grab her bag and leave, she says something truly weird. The suspect has a lot of strange mannerisms and seems to have very severe mood swings. Pay attention to how her expression suddenly changes and how she seems to rapidly experience a wide range of emotions throughout the encounter.
No one's going to put their hands on you.
All right, yeah, you
Grab your
won't.
bag and
Yeah,
just step off
you
the-
won't.
Okay, but I need you to get up.
No.
Okay?
You need me to get up? You may need me to get up, but you know what I feel my need to do as a person? Just like Jesus motherfucking Christ.
You need to calm down.
No, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna say what I need to do. And if you're gonna do whatever you feel you need to do to me, right? So I'm gonna say what I am meant to say. No, to everybody.
Stand up, man.
Yeah, everybody is doing this.
Donald Trump does not like black people.
The police warn
Wait,
the
no, he's
suspects
friends
that
with
if she
Kanye.
doesn't cooperate, they'll
Well,
have
he
to
doesn't
put
like
their hands
Indian
on her.
people.
Her response is dramatic. She also latches onto a supposed promise one of the officers made, that she wouldn't be arrested if she gets off the plane.
Here's what's happening. They're going to deplane the aircraft. I'm going to take you off the plane.
That was already happening. Don't
and you're going to jail.
It won't happen if you get up and walk out with me right now.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to...
That's how it's going to work.
Do you feel that's a threatening system?
That's the way it is, man.
Not cool. I want to trust you. You want to trust me? That's not healing. We're not healing.
The suspect is led from the plane
Bitch, you
and
ain't no
placed
Reiki
under
healer.
arrest. Her reaction
You
is
shut your rabbit ass
childlike.
the
She
fuck up.
cries in an unconvincing way and seems
Crow
to feel
tattoo
that
habit,
the
bitch.
experience has violated
Wild,
her human
crazy
rights.
bitches.
Listen to her describe her
that's
actions. The way
wild.
she seems to think she acted is far from the truth, but it's hard to say whether she's deliberately lying or there's something more to it.
Okay. Come with me.
I wasn't doing it.
Come with me.
Why are you doing that? See, you lied right there, man.
Well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy BlastphamousHD. Make sure to comment, like, and don't subscribe. Twisms.